Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20, breaks free to the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it to Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. What up? What up? What up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this TGI Mickey Ficky Friday. It's the weekend, baby. And I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. Listen, if you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, man. Go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple, but wait. There's more. Go to the show's page. Go to Shawn and Maya as well. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning. Like that page on Facebook as well. So not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya as well. Now, if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real. All right, listen, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the bell right next to it. And that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Listen, if you're just watching or just follow us on Facebook, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Man, we can do a lot more here at Sports Zone Chicago with more subscriptions. So please do us that favor. Listen, if you're watching us on our mobile app, wait, please don't tell me you didn't know you did what? Wait, the what? I'm fired up this morning, man. I'm fired up. You didn't know we had an app? Come on, man. You got to keep up with the Joneses and them. We have an app. So here's what you do. And just go wherever you get your apps from. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you get your apps from. Just go there. I don't care if it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Venture, Woolworth. Okay, it doesn't matter. You go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it. You take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. And if you're watching this on a Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. Yay. Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. So if you have a Roku television in the house, do us this big favor. Do us a solid, yeah? Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel right to your television. Put it right there next to Netflix, Hulu, Max, Prime, Disney Plus, Stars, Showtime, Paramount Plus. Put it right there. And you could watch us on the big screen. Hell, we're on the big screen, right? Mickey Ficky now. Now, you can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me, personally online, you want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. You want to know what I did? Here's what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. That's TheShawnSierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host, Maya Kai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. And if you want to follow her on Instagram because you're an IGer and you do it just for the gram, well, just follow her at Maya_Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. Man, we have a great show, but I need you to get interactive with us today. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's our mobile app, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here on the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, that is why this is the best Chicago sports talk morning show around. You. So bring them all, baby. Bring them all. Like I said, all questions, comments, smart ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it, just bring it. Let's see who we got in the chat. The chat is jumping like a son of a gun. Lord have mercy. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's check it out. Cornelius Squalls in the house. What up? There it is. What up, Papa? How are you? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. What up? She's in the Mickey Ficky house. Good morning, Mama. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Jason's in the Mickey Ficky house. Look at Jay. That's what I'm talking about. Michonne Walls. Mickey Ficky, TGIF. You God bless it right, man. Woo. My mans. And then my man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. My man Junior's in the house. I love it. I love it. I love it. My man across the pond. Woo. Bellissimo in the house. Thank you, Papa. I appreciate it. Top of the morning to us. It is morning here. It's afternoon, or yes, 6 hours. Yeah, it's afternoon, 6, 7 hours. It's afternoon over there for you. Thank you for tuning in. Definitely got some stuff to talk. I'm fired up about them. Hey, see Adam in the Mickey Ficky house. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Man, people jumping. This is jumping. Man, St. Rita's finest. Hair of Warner in the morning. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Getting all the heat because I dare suggest the double standards supporting Williams and simultaneously giving sheds of feels for similar issues. Yeah. We'll get to those. We'll get to those eventually later today. Yeah, it's so I was listening to the David Hall this morning, and somebody called up, and it was a guy who said, everyone at the score is pro Caleb and anti Justin. And Gabe Ramirez was sitting in for Mully, and this gentleman called him Coach K or Coach something or Coach W. I don't remember. It wasn't Coach T, my guy. It was someone else. But he came in and he's like, well, first of all, are you an actual coach? He's like, yeah, I've been a coach for whatever. And David, Hall's like, it's not personal, and it's, we want more, we want this, we want that. Gabe said pretty much echoed the same thing. Was, why would you pass up the second pick, the second number 1 overall pick that you have, and Dave said again something that I don't agree with. He said, if you're asking if Justin Williams is the guy in his 3rd year, he goes, you've just answered your question. And I understand what he's saying. But what he's not, and here's the situation. Every situation is different. Every situation is different. Nothing is cookie cutter across the board. Now, again, I will never, ever absolve Justin from his shortcomings, from his areas of that need improvement. I'll never do that. Okay? I'll never do that. I'll never absolve him from that. I'll never give him a pass for that. No. Because I want great too. But I also know that I feel that Justin can be great. And one of the things that I wanted to call in, but I was in Jewel because after CrossFit, I stopped in and grabbed some stuff. So we got a good lunch today, me and Mom's. I want to call in and they're talking about and say this. Gabe said, well, why would you pass it up and for a chance at at this? And I'm like, you guys just don't get it. Like, numbers be damned. Numbers be damned. Like, you have to see what you have. All right. And what I've seen is a guy who needs coaching. What I've seen with a guy who was coached in college was great. Okay. Yeah, he lost the national championship game to Alabama, but that's another team with a whole bunch of NFL players. All right. And then he also had his hip was hurt in that game as well. So he wasn't 100%. So there's a lot of different things. And then we've seen at this level, the throws that Justin makes, the only thing is his inconsistency. All right. You have his footwork one way with Nagy. Then you change his footwork another way, which ruins the timing of everything, which is unbelievable. Then we've gone through this ad nauseum. So it's just amazing to me how people are still saying, well, we don't know if he's the guy. And I think Caleb is going to be it. And then again, how do you think he's going to be it when you haven't seen him, when all you're going off is college? When all you're going off is he's comfortable with his coach. Or if you're saying, and they didn't say this, but if you're saying, well, we got a guy in place now to really help him take off. And I'm talking whether it's Caleb or whoever you draft, whoever people want to draft. Most people think it's Caleb Williams. So again, you'll sit there and say what he's going to do with this new offensive staff without having thrown a pass, but you won't do that for Justin. The hypocrisy is crazy. It's crazy throughout the media. But we'll get more and more into that. We'll get more and more into that as the show goes on. My man, Be Smooth. What's up, Baba? How are you? Let's see. Barely Simone. Show me you can develop Fields and Bayesian before I turn down multiple future first round picks. Yeah. And here's the thing. We've said this enough times. Vernon Fairley and Mickey Ficky House. Good morning, Papa. We should go do Geico Insurance to say I have a salary. I save salary cap by cutting these two bums as well as my car insurance. Stop it. Come on. That's a tough crowd. Tough crowd. Listen. They definitely didn't live up to the last year or so. They weren't as productive as they were in the beginning of their tenure. But let's not shit on them because they were there through some lean times. All right, they made some plays. Eddie Jackson made a lot of plays. Cody Whitehair made a lot of plays. All right, and let's just realize, wish them well, and then move on. And I'll tell you what, Ryan Poles, man, he continues to get my respect. He cut him. He cut these veterans early. All right, and the reason you do that is you want these guys to be able to catch on as soon as possible. You want to give them the longest possible chance to catch on with another team out of respect. That's respect, because you don't want to hold on to them all the way until the draft, and then people get signed to different places, and the options that they have are limited. So what you do is you give them the longest time, the most options where they have to choose, because you want to thank them for their contributions here in Chicago. Their time here is up now, but you're still not trying to handcuff them moving forward. Okay, so Ryan Poles again acting like the savvy veteran GM, and much respect to him for treating those guys with respect on the way out. Because he could have been a jag bag and held on to him, and then cut him before the draft, after free agency starts, and they have and they're behind the 8 ball. So great job by Poles. Man, we got a lot to talk. We got baseball to talk. We got basketball to talk. We got hockey to talk, and we got more football to talk. Woo, Charlie, we have a full show. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. I will tell you this, my people, to all my peoples in the struggle. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. All right. But guys, you know how we do? Fool, you know how we do it. I'm gonna get Steve-O to cut that clip up. Fool, you know how we do it. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
See, which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? I know which way we go, and I'm going to start it. Where we at? There we go. Yeah, it was a tough one yesterday. My Blackhawks. The Blackhawks fall to the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-1. All right. Soderblom stopped 23 of 26 shots. Kurashev lit the lamp for the only Blackhawk goal. That was his 9th of the season. Connor Bedard, who was coming back after fracturing his jaw, got his 19th helper. Foligno added his 11th helper. That was the only tally for the Blackhawks. Again, this is it's a tough stretch for them right now. And just keeping that as the next top of the morning topic, Connor Bedard made his return to the ice almost 6 weeks after he fractured his jaw. I wasn't happy about this. As you see, he's wearing a big mask, like a face mask. Why? My question is, why? You don't need him. We're not in the race for division title. We're not in the race for the playoffs. We're not in the race for anything. This is a developmental year, and a developmental year with if someone gets hurt, you let them develop and get in and heal completely. And obviously they have more information than I do. Okay, I would have set him out to 8 weeks, just because. And I'm sure he's chomping at the bit. He wants to get back out there. I get it. He's a competitor, but sometimes organizations have to protect athletes from themselves. I would have taken 8 weeks just to be sure. What's the purpose? So you can get another couple of assists, another couple goals. No, I want his health fine. I want his health to be at its best, at its premium before he comes back. There's no need for him to come back whatsoever. None. So obviously you have more information than us. That's what you chose to do. Okay. I truly hope that it just doesn't end up biting you in the butt. Moving on to the next top of the morning topic, staying with the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks travel to Ottawa on Saturday to take on the Senators. Puck drop is 2 p.m. Central Time. So an afternoon, a matinee affair, so to speak. You can catch that game on NBC Sports Chicago, or you can listen to it on its flagship station, on their flagship station, 7:20 a.m. You know, it's interesting because part of me is happy he's back. Part of me is not. The part of me that's happy he's back is the I don't have to get off my lawn type, no, that's not it. But I like the fact that he's dying to get back. I love it. I love the fact that he's dying to get back. That means a lot, and especially because, I give younger players, the newer generation, I give them a lot of static for being soft. Him coming back, I'm not saying demanding. I don't know if he was demanding to be back, but just him coming back so soon says a lot about this kid. This kid understands who he is. This kid understands his place. He understands he's going to be the face of the league soon. I like his toughness. I do. Doesn't mean you have to acquiesce because you want to come back. You should have kept him out, but nonetheless. Moving on. The next top of the morning topic, man. Busy day this weekend. Indianapolis, down in Naptown, the All-Star game. The All-Star game this week is NBA All-Star weekend is here. All right, All-Star Saturday is tomorrow with a 3-point contest, a dunk contest. You can check that out at 7 p.m. Central Time. That'll be on TNT. And it's unfortunate that we, the Chicago Bulls, don't have a representative in the All-Star game. Kobe White should have been at least in the 3-point contest. At least. That's a little bit bothersome. It's a little bit bothersome. Kobe's having one heck of a year. Let's keep it to the next. And the actual game itself, the All-Star game itself, is Sunday. And that's coming to you from Naptown, from Indianapolis. Tip-off is 7 p.m. You can catch that game on TBS, on TNT, and on True TV. It's going to be a fun time down in Indianapolis. Indianapolis is going to be busy, huh? So Saturday, and tomorrow and Sunday, they have the NBA All-Star Week. They host NBA All-Star Weekend. And then next Monday, they host the NFL Scouting Combine. Now, lots going on in Naptown, huh? Good stuff. Good stuff. Happy for it. Nice little town down there. Been down there a few times. I'm happy. Traffic's going to be fun for me. Good. Well, the next top of the morning topic, this is pretty dope. Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark breaks the women's basketball scoring record. Man, dude, she's something else, boy. She is something else. Let's check it out.
Recovered by Gabby Marshall. Here comes Clark. How will she go for history? Get from the logo. Caitlin Clark on a mission.
The most Caitlin Clark way to get a bucket. I mean, we are talking well inside the middle of the Mediacom logo. You have a hand down when she crosses half court. Caitlin Clark has been making people pay since her freshman year in Iowa City. This shot is an elite shot, a layup for Caitlin Clark. Nobody else in the country that's an elite shot for. There are different.
Man, you see that shot? You know, and if you saw the interview after the game, okay, you saw the interview after the game, it was dope. She's like, I knew I was going to do. She goes, you knew I was going to make a 35-footer for the game, for the record breaker. Come on. You know, she got a little swag to her. She got a little shit talking to her. But you know what? I like it. This is the attitude. This is the character. This is the personality that women's basketball needs. Her and Angel Reese. You know, they started that little rivalry. It's really not a rivalry. But in the championship game last year, and they put women's basketball on the map, so to speak. I shouldn't say put on the map. Let me change that. They brought it to the forefront. People were talking about women's basketball for a while. Now she's going to be going to the WNBA after she set the record for the NCAA women's scoring mark. And then her, I don't want to say braggadocious, but her confidence in the post-game presser. Like, I'm going to take a 35-footer. Come on. Come on. It's me you're talking about. It's me. Come on. Thinking. I love it. I love it. Women's basketball, pro basketball, the WNBA is a floundering league, and they're trying to stay alive. They're getting help from the NBA. All right, but you need to go. All right, all you people who criticized the salary disparity between WNBA and NBA players, you got to go. You have to support. You of all people have to support, because if you want them to get contracts anywhere near the NBA, which they won't, but you want them to have better contracts, you need to support. You got to fill seats. You got to buy jerseys. You got to watch it on TV. Instead of just complaining and hiding behind your keyboard saying, the women should make as much as the men in pro basketball. It doesn't work that way. But she's she's a person who brings character, a personality, and that's what you need. When her and Angel Reese get to the WNBA, man, it's going to help a lot. Marketing, endorsements, all these things that these girls are going to have. It's great for the game. It's great for the game. My man, Black Diamond. How you doing, Papa? Thank you for tuning in. Make sure I didn't miss anybody else. There we go. Yep. So that was pretty dope, Caitlin Clark she's bad. She's a bad girl. She's a bad girl. Next top of the morning topic. Yeah, kind of sad news. Steve McMichael, new Hall of Famer, was rushed to the emergency room yesterday. Was suspected of pneumonia. We had another report, and it is not pneumonia. Okay, it is not pneumonia. So he is on he's on antibiotics, I believe they said, and yeah. So hopefully he makes it. He's able to recover, and just. He's been in one heck of a fight. He's been in one heck of a fight, and to finally see his dream come true. And I get it. He's in a state that he's cognizant. He just can't communicate for the most part like he did before. To see him get inducted into the Hall of Fame is fine. Now you're just hoping he can make it to the enshrinement, to Canton, which would be dope, because there's probably going to be because there's three guys going in there who played for the Bears, two predominantly, one for only 4 years, and Julius Peppers. Obviously, the other person being Devin Hester. There's a good chance that the Bears may actually be playing in the Hall of Fame game in Canton. And if they are, man, I'll be there. That'll be dope. I'll be there the whole weekend. That would be dope. Just give us the word. Give us the word. I'll start looking at hotels and Airbnbs. And yeah, that will be one heck of a weekend. So we will see. We'll see. Listen, here's what I got to do. We're going to take a quick break. And on the other side of the break, we have a few more top of the morning topics. So you know what? Don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Brian Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face. Ugly.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
So there's no timeline, or do you want to know something by the end of 2024?
Oh, I think the timeline, yeah, it has to be in 2024. I mean, in a perfect world, I would like to have clarity in this legislative session that's coming up. And so I just think right now that even just the football world, will feel what a new stadium could do, a fixed-roof stadium, not only for, the Bears, but for the NFL, college football playoff, hosting the Super Bowl, Final Four, Big Ten championships, concerts, all these different events that when you think about it, that Chicago that we're losing out on because we don't have the facility to be able to do it.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of WGN. That was Bears president, in charge of football operations, or vice president, excuse me. No, he's president, Kevin Warren. That was a great interview Jared Payton had with Mr. Warren. Silly. Junior. Yeah, Brian, you're right. We were talking about Caitlin Clark and the effect she can have. Yeah, Magic and Bird came in, and that was, the best thing that ever happened to the NBA, and then it just took off from there. And then Michael came, in 84, he won the title in 82 in New Orleans. And maybe that's what they need. Maybe this is exactly what the WNBA needs for it to literally take off. So good luck to them. Good luck to the WNBA and those athletes over there. The next top of the morning topic, man, this was a tough one. But it's not something that we were unprepared for. The Bears. Okay, the Bears, they have released. Yeah. The Bears have released veteran safety Eddie Jackson, and they've also released Cody Whitehair. This is a salary cap move. And there have been different reports, but from my understanding, from the most common number, they're saving $32 million in salary cap space. Add that to the salary cap that they have. $32 million is a lot. You know, let me be the first. Say thank you. Okay? Say thank you to Cody Whitehair and Eddie Jackson. Okay? I understand that their play hasn't been as exciting or as productive as it was when they first got here, the first few years. But as I said earlier, they've been through some lean times. Some good times, but some lean times as well. And they gave it everything they had. And it's great to see those two guys representing Chicago, the Chicago Bears, for how long that they did. Okay. You're not going to hear a bad word uttered out of my mouth for Cody Whitehair or Eddie Jackson. They don't deserve it, and I'm not going to give it to them. Okay. I would have liked for them, and let's be honest. There still is a possibility that Eddie Jackson can come back. You've seen it's happened plenty of times where you cut a player, but then you're able to re-sign him at a lower deal. It's unlikely. Let's not get it twisted. It's unlikely, but that's still a possibility. Maybe they go a little younger and cheaper in the free agent market, but I know they're definitely going to draft the safety. All right, they are definitely going to draft a safety, and I told you my guy Nomad turned me on to two safeties, and now I can't find their names. Damn it. But two safeties he turned me on to, and a kid out of Dominique Shishkabarb. Kid out of University of Washington. Like 6'2", 6'3", 210, 220. And then Tyler Nubin. He's out of Minnesota. However, he's a local kid. He went to St. Charles North, where my cousins, two boys, went there and played there. So I'm gonna see if they're still good friends with the coach. If I can get the coach on, that would be good. That'd be great to talk to the head coach. This kid's another, the head coach of a young man named Taylor Nubin. Oh, what did I do with that? Oh, well. Oh, here it is. Dominic from Washington, 6'3", 210. And Tyler Nubin. It is Tyler from Minnesota. He's 6'2", 210. He's a young man who went to St. Charles North. Yeah, we'll try and get him on. And I would love for this is someone we got to go. We have to address the safety position. We have to. Yes, I don't know if you heard me say that, but yeah, it is. It is a classy move. You give them the longest time to be able to catch on with someone. That shows respect. That shows respect, that you respect them. Jason, I agree, and that's why they were cut. I agree. They weren't. Not that they weren't playing for the money. Their production didn't equal or didn't warrant that keeping them for the amount of money that they were making. Yeah, I agree with you. No arguments at all on that one. You know, no arguments at all, Jay. Not at all, Papa. You know. Cornelia said you wouldn't mind bringing Eddie back. Yeah, I agree. And here's why. I mean, you get a Tyler Nubin. Thanks, Black Diamond. Yeah, you had them both. Tyler Nubin and you had Dominique Hampton. Yeah, either one of those. But I'd love to have a veteran guy there for these two youngsters to kind of grow under. All right, and these guys are playmakers, especially Dominique Hampton, a playmaker. So imagine him being able to sit under Eddie Jackson for a year. Wow. Wow. You know? So, Black Diamond, you want Hampton, huh? Yeah, I watched this tape. Man, he's a bad boy. He's a bad boy. So, to me, and I like the size. I mean, to me, it's intimidating, and I think it's good. I like a free safety back there, like Cam, the dude from the Legion of Boom again. Oh, goodness. He works with my buddy. He's an ambassador for my buddy's shoe brand now. Oh, my goodness. Cam Chancellor. There you go. Thank you, Black Diamond. You're on it today, Papa. You're on it, doggone it. Yeah, I like that size. It's intimidating. And guess what? Dominique Hampton and Tyler Newman, they both bring it. They both bring it. And they do it in a way, see, they had to. They realized physicality is a huge part of this game, but they had to adjust to the rules. You couldn't just go run through a guy. Now I've seen quite a few shots where they've brought it. They brought it, but they leave with the shoulder. They take the head out. They turn their head. They leave with the shoulder. That's what I like. Because I want wide receivers to be feared or to be fearful going across the middle. I want that. They do have to make some rule changes. They can't, this defenseless receiver bullshit. Sorry, you can't. If you're up in the air, hey, you're fair game. It happened. But we'll see. But again, mad respect to Eddie Jackson. Mad respect to Cody Whitehair. Again, their production slipped the last couple of years. Some were hurt. Okay. You know, it just happens. It happens. Father Time is undefeated. Father Time is undefeated. So, oh, where did that go? Yeah. But I'm good. You know what? I'm happy they have a chance. I'm happy they have a good chance to go and look for employment. All right, they're going to be sought after. Eddie won't make. They had this conversation with him. I know they did. All right, Ryan Poles is a person who is very upfront, forward, lines of communication are open between him and his players. So they had this conversation. Why do you think Eddie Jackson wrote New Beginnings? You know? So, oh, you heard her, Junior? Am I still frozen? Oh, your internet glitched. Yeah, Cornelius, they'll both be picked up, and I hope so. I hope they're picked up soon. Again, I got nothing but love and nothing but respect for these guys for what they did for us here. All right. I have no ill will toward them, and I just wish them the best. That's it. I just wish them the best. Wish it could have worked out here. I wish there could be you know. Thanks, Steve-O. I wish it could have been under a different circumstance. I wish they could have had Eddie Jackson here for another year. Again, that doesn't mean that it hasn't been discussed. Let's be honest. It doesn't mean that. It could be a situation with this, and maybe Eddie doesn't want to come back. Maybe you cut me, F you, you hurt my feelings. Who knows? I don't know what he's feeling, but I'll say this: that is a possibility. He comes back. What if he goes out on the market and he's not happy with what it is that he's getting back? What offers he's receiving? What if he comes back to the Bears? Maybe the Bears will do him a solid. Say, hey, you know what? Good. Come back at $4 million, and we'll have roster bonuses, which will help increase. It won't go up against our cap. And I mean, if they want him back, they'll find a way. If they want him back, yes. Exactly, Barrelissimo. Go test free agents, see if you can get a great deal. Because, again, you do that because you want them to be able to get the best deal possible. If not, we'd love to have you back at this dollar amount. If that works for you, cool. Okay, but this is where we're going, the direction we're going, and what we're doing. We could fit you in here at X amount of dollars, $4 million, $6 million, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I'm not in Hallis Hall. But at this point is where we can get you in, where we can, and maybe depending on how it goes, we might be able to get some, bonuses in there, incentives in there that don't cost against our cap. It's a possibility. Like I said, we don't know. Maybe Eddie Jackson's a little salty. Maybe he's butthurt. It happens. Feelings get involved. He was here for 7 years. It's a long time. That's a long time. And you build family, build friends. He was the leader of that secondary. He had people over at his house all the time. He had the DBs over at his house. He was the elder statesman. He was the guy that everyone looked up to and respected. Now he's gone. Jaquan Brisker, now it's your team now. You're going to be the leader back there. Can you handle it? Are you ready? Well, we're going to find out. Because Jaquan being and I don't know, it's Kyler Gordon or Tyreek Stevenson just finished his rookie year. No. Kyler Gordon, I don't know if it's going to be, I don't see him taking the bull by the horns. You know what I mean? Leading that position group. Jalen Johnson, he's still not signed, and even if he is, I don't know if he's the type of dude to do that either. So it's Jaquan Brisker. It's your team. It's your group, Papa. It's your group. So I don't know, but it's interesting. It's cool. The possibilities, they're endless. They are endless. So get this off. We got to go to break here in a couple minutes. Let's see, what questions do you have? Let's take a couple questions before we go to break, because Eddie Jackson went through the most traumatic event of his life as a Bear and was supported. Yes. So it might hurt. I mean, of course, this hurts. It hurts him. It hurts the Bears. And again, his production wasn't where it was initially, the first 3 seasons of his career here. But man, first of all, it'd be tough to duplicate that type of production. Real tough. But there's a lot to be said for off the field production. His ability to galvanize that secondary. Him being the leader. Bellissimo, what depth position do they come back at? Emergency depth, or does the Bull Jacks still have a chance to compete to start? if they come back. If he comes back, yeah, I'm sure he's got a shot to start. He definitely does. In my opinion, because he knows the system. He's been there the last couple of years. Guard and safety now, right? We definitely need a guard. Yeah, center and edge, definitely the top priority for the line. O&D. Center's great. I think if you can sign, I know you guys in the chat will remember, but the center from Seattle, sign him to a short-term deal since he knows these calls. He's very familiar with the system that Shane Waldron's bringing. And then you can go draft if you can. You got three great centers. Go get one of them. Get one of them. If you got to take them in the third round, overdraft them, take them. All right, Cedric Van Pran from Georgia. All right, you have the kid from, I just forgot his name. The kid from West Virginia, or JPJ, the kid out of Jackson Powers Johnson, the kid out of Oregon. So you got three good centers you can go get. Let them sit behind the center for Seattle that is a free agent. Go get him. And it makes sense. You can sign him to a 3-year deal, front load it. If you want to cut him after 2 years, you can, unless he's playing really, really, really well. Evan Brown. Thank you, Brian. Unless he's playing really, really well. So there's a lot of options. There's definitely some options. Yeah, Bellissimo. Brian's right. We do need wide receiver help. We need help. Like, come on. We need good receivers. And the thing is, we don't know if they're going to be good. We don't understand the psychology of some of these guys. And we thought Ty would be good, and he still can be. We thought Bayless Jones was going to be good. He hasn't been to this point, but he still can be. As I said, remember, that all can change with just Shane Waldron. If Shane Waldron uses Bayless Jones Jr. to the max, to the best of his ability, come on. Cornelius, what are you saying? You wouldn't be upset if the Bears draft Jackson Powers Johnson in the first round, 15 to 25, if they trade back? You would do that? Okay. What about the edge? You wouldn't want to address that first, or would you? First round. Okay. All right. If they trade back, that 9 pick, I was on my show with Nomad, the one I do, the daily show with Nomad that I do, and we were talking yesterday, and we talked about what's the furthest you fall back. I said 12 or 13. That's my soft cutoff. I could go back to 15. 15 is that's my hard cutoff. Nothing. I would not trade with someone less or past 15. Would not do it. Won't do it. Because you just first 15, you're still going to get a good player. All right. I mean, you already got your number one, and then with you want another quality pick. And in 15, maybe 20 can be game changers. Okay, can be, not guaranteed to be, can be. Yeah, the top 15, 20 players. If the Bears get another one of those, man, that'd be dope. Well, listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break, and on the other side of the break, we're going to talk a little baseball. The boys of summer are back. Who has a big year ahead of them? A lot of expectations for them on the north side and the south side. We'll talk about that on the other side. So keep it locked right here, folks. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
number 17. Back he goes. Here comes Chubb. There goes the ball. Touchdown! Jones will walk at the left tackle. Time for Fields. Now he'll accelerate to get the first down. Great tackles, and he's off to the races. Oh, we got a terrific block.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
So I've come up with a family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I need for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy in art class.
These colored pencils, too.
These new socks, they can be a real lifesaver.
I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
Take a picture of this. Crosby and Bedard at center ice.
With the right leg, and you can see the right-handed Carter leaning on the forehand, trying to fake out the goaltender and going to the backhand deep in there.
By Korchinski, Bedard, open ice, the pass to Kurashev, he scores!
And there's a keep in there, great read by Korchinski, not bailing out, on his toes, and I thought there Bedard was going to fire it. He sees the open man, Kurashev, after a good drop pass by Foligno. All three forwards get in on the action, and Kurashev finishes it off. No chance for Nedeljkovic. Beautiful play from Korchinski, keeping it in to Foligno with the drop.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of NBC Sports Chicago. Those are Blackhawks, baby. Our Blackhawks. See the vision of that kid? We already know he can light the lamp anytime he wants. His vision is what's huge. Great players have vision. Great players are a step or two ahead of the defense. You know, they said he thought he was going to fire it, but because the goalie came over and the defenseman committed, he dove. He saw Kurashev on the other side of the net. Let's get it over to him, make it nice and easy for him. And you know what? He did. God, that kid is something else, boy. God, that kid is something else. Wait till we get him some talent. Get that boy some talent around him. Well, pitchers and catchers have reported. And it's a tale of two sides of the city. I should have had this as the top of the morning topic. Mike Moustakas was signed to a minor league deal with the White Sox. He'll probably play. They're talking about him potentially working the corner spots, spelling Yoel Moncada at third or Andrew Vaughn at first. That doesn't move the needle for me. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't move the needle for me. I don't get too excited about Mike Moustakas. He's 35. He's got 215 career homers. So it's good for him. He's made $100 million in his career, in his 13-year career. He'll be paid $2 million if he makes the team, and he can make another $2 million in incentives. So he can have a $4 million a year. Nice piece of change, Papa. Nice piece of change. Again, that doesn't move the needle for me. I'm happy. That's cool. We got somebody, I guess. The Great One 2.0. I don't know about that. I don't want to go that far, AC, but the kid is freaking great. Kid is good. Black Diamond, yes. Where'd they go? I do agree that he's going to get free agency and draft one of those young players, one of those kids. I do. Let them sit for a year. Next year, they kind of rotate. And in the third year, either cut the veteran or just all out and out say, hey, the guy we drafted is starting. But I'm looking at my White Sox. Why? I don't know. Apparently, I'm a glutton for punishment. What's really funny is I say baseball, everyone's like, People tuned out. They're like, I don't want to hear about baseball. As I was about to say before I saw the numbers drop because I talked baseball. I don't know why I'm talking White Sox. I really don't. But they are playing a season this year on the South Side. How much longer they stay on the South Side? That I don't know. But Moustakas, okay, nice. You couldn't get rid of Cease. Now, do you get rid of Cease by the trade deadline? I don't know. Is that what he's doing? Auditioning for someone else, building up his trade value, so a contender can say, "Hey, we want Dylan Cease," because they'll have another year and a half of control over him. Garrett Crochet, big name. He wants to make a splash, coming off of Tommy John surgery. How do they progress with him? Do they put him in the bullpen and bring him out of the bullpen exclusively? Maybe, or maybe give him a spot start here or there. I don't know. Get him a spot start and you go 3 innings. Period. Nothing more. That's it. Regardless of your pitch count. And then there's one Michael Kopech. Michael Kopech is a guy who has had tons of expectations on him. Hell, I remember going to see his first game when they were bringing these guys up. I was fired up. His first strikeout, I think it was the second batter or third batter. Fastball, slider. Dude. I was like, this kid can pitch. He gets it. Then he had some personal issues. Had some injury that he had to deal with. Baby mama drama. Never really lived up to his potential. And this is a guy that we were counting on big time. Big time. So according to Devon Shawn, who's out in Glendale, said he's much thinner, leaner, and he's adamant about being the guy that the White Sox thought they were getting. Okay, now you got to go to work then. If that's what you think, then I need you to go to work. Because we thought we were getting a top of the rotation guy, 1 or 2. Okay, that's where we expect you, 1 or 2. We got Dylan Cease, so that means you're number 2. Can you be a strong number 2? We're going to find out. Can you not get frustrated when you walk a batter or walk 2 batters or bat a bloop and a bloop and a ball base on balls? Can you not have body language that shows that you're frustrated? We're going to find out. You know, if you want to be the guy that the Sox thought you were, you're going to have to step your game up, son. You're going to have to step it up big time. There's going to have to come a point in time where you have to say, hey, you know what, bump this. I'm talented. I'm throwing this pitch. If you hit it, God bless. But you're probably not going to hit it. It's a big year for Kopech. Big year. As a Sox fan who's angry with my team, I want to see Kopech do very, very well. I want to see him get back on track. I want to see him get 12 to 15 victories this year. It's a lot. That's a lot. But that's what I want from him. That's what I want from you, Kopech. 12 to 15 wins this season. You get 12, man, fine. You get 15, even better. But I need you to show out. I need you to be mentally ready. Because to me, that's the problem. His mental focus. That's the issue. His mental state. That's the issue. He took some time off for personal matters, get his mental health right. Okay, cool. I'm not going to blast you for that. I'm not going to ride you or give you shit for that. Okay. If you found it necessary to take time off for your mental health, okay, good. Then you better come back strong, mentally tough. You're on the south side, Papa. Ain't no whining over here like they do on the north side. This is south side, baby. This is south side tough. We need you with a blue collar mentality. Get out there every 5th day and pick up that ball. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Will he do it? That, my friends, is $1 million question. Will he do it? I really hope he can. I hope. It sucks when you say, I hope. But a lot of this has to do with him. A lot of this has to do with his psyche, his mental fortitude. That's what I want. Brian, things I won't get to do this year. Go watch a White Sox game. Shawn. Yeah, it won't be a very many. I might not even be at opening day because right now the needle is 60-40 to do not go to opening day, to not going. I don't feel my guy's selling tickets, $75. I don't want to feel like paying $75 for them jamokes. But we need, and if you got to have a shrink that travels with you, then damn it, get a shrink that travels with you. You know what I mean? Like you got the money, Papa. It's not like you don't have the money. And you can get the White Sox to pay. It's proprietary to their business, so it'll be an expense. But this guy, Michael Kopech's got to show out. Michael Kopech has to really, really, really become one of the best, one of the top pitchers in the league. And that's asking a lot. That's asking a heck of a lot, but I'm asking it. You know why? Because he has that potential. Does Pedro and his pitching staff, are they able to get that out of him? That's the $1 million question. Because if you can't, if you are able to, wow, you have a nice little 1-2 punch at the top of your rotation. Nice 1-2 punch. Cease and Kopech at the top? Yeah. Both winning 15 to 20 games? Oh, yeah. Don't know if that'll happen. Don't know if that will happen. And, you know, it's not, let's not act like there's still not talent left in this White Sox team. Let's not act that way. There's still quite a bit of talent left on the South Side. You have Luis Robert. You have Yoel Moncada. Now, where he's at up here, I have no, in that crazy brain of his, I don't know. You still have Eloy Jimenez. You still have Andrew Vaughn. You got some pop in that lineup. Can they put it together? Can Yo-Yo realize he needs to go gap to gap and not try and hit homers all the time and be more patient at the plate? Can Eloy stop getting hurt and missing games? You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Because if they can, we could vie for a wild card spot. I don't think we're messing with the division. Let's not get it twisted. I'm a White Sox fan. I'm not stupid. Well, it depends on who you ask. They're in a tough spot. But here's the spot that you put yourselves in. You put yourselves in. And you're not going to have a lot of support from the fan base either. Because they don't care. Get it done. Sox fans, we don't care. Get it done. We're tired. 2006. Man. I'm sorry, 2005. I'm thinking Bears. 2005. That's almost 20. It's 19 years ago. What? 19 years ago. Yeah. It's time. It's not going to happen this year, that's for sure. But it's time. Like I said, I'm a White Sox fan. I'm not stupid. And plus, I'm mad at them right now. It's Cornelius. I've had my fill of White Sox games because my dad was a fan, so that's where he took me. The food's better. Probably closer to your house. You a South Sider, Cornelius, or what? Or you North Sider or West Sider? Tell you what, the food's better. That's for darn sure. It's not that crazy. Interesting events to unravel on the South Side. North Side, you got some stuff to figure out as well. It's not all hunky-dory peachy keen up there either. You gonna sign Bellinger or not? Are you waiting? Are you playing a game of cat and mouse? Because no one's offered Bellinger. Remember, analysts said, he's going to ask for north of $200 million. Okay, you can ask for it. Doesn't mean anyone's going to pay it. And guess what? No one's paid it. So now there's a cat and mouse game going on here. Like, whoa, Charlie. Does Scott Boras blink? I was going to say Cody Whitehair. Cody Bellinger, does he blink? Because at some point he'd be like, hey man, I need a gig. All right, I'll take a $9-10 million deal for 1 year. Or if I want to go back to the Cubs, I can go back to the Cubs. They'll give me an extension. We'll work it out. At some point, players, they're so stuck. We're so stuck on routine. So he's got to know where he's going. He's got to know. Am I going to Arizona? Am I going to Florida? My wife got to get the kids together. Is my wife going to go if I'm in Florida? What all this stuff? Arizona, I think he has a house out there, so it's not going to be his. He'll be fine. But if he's got to go to Florida, all right, honey, you take care of the kids. Bring you out when I can. When I come out west, whatever. It's a lot. I mean, he handles a couple of positions as well. Excuse me. Obviously, center field. Could put him in a corner spot if you want. Put him at first base if you want. You could put him at DH if you want. So his bat never has to be out of the lineup. Never. Never does it have to be out of the lineup. It's moving around. Center field. First base. DH. Simple. And now you got some at bats. And those days of DH, he's got a day of rest. Well, listen, here's what we're going to do. Let's take another quick break. All right. On the other side of the break, we'll talk a little Bears. We'll get to some Bears conversation. I'm fired up about it. So call your mom, call your daddy, call your friends, call your brothers, call your sisters, call your aunties, your uncles, and all your close friends. Bear Talk coming up next. So keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Off the fake. Fields against the grain. Finds Jesse James. Field. With time. Delivers down to the field. And Cowboys. Still running. Made one way. Fields stumbling. Trying to cut it back. Justin Fields making magic happen. There goes Fields. Touchdown.
911, operator 901. Where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushrooms.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency line.
Do you know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Okay, is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms. On Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel, you can find us at Sports Zone Chicago. And on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
Last January, you said the main focus for the new stadium was the Arlington Heights project. What changed in June, and where's the focus now? Has it shifted more towards the city?
Anytime you come into a new situation, you're just gathering information. Now I've been here about 10 months, and I'm able to really have gathered, information. I mean, the Arlington Heights property is incredible. I mean, anytime you have 326 acres, near a major city, and now we've cleaned everything, so it's a vacant piece of land. So that's a great piece of property. That said, to be able to have optionality with Chicago, I've made it very clear what I feel about Chicago. I think it's the finest city in the world, and so it's just something that feels right about the Bears in Chicago. But this is a long journey.
Yep. This is a long journey, he said. Sorry, I was reading something. Those clips courtesy of WGN. Where are we getting our stadium? When's the groundbreaking? What are we doing? What are we doing? There's a lot. And it's funny. We're hearing a certain faction of people who aren't happy with that interview. Okay, where he mentions, oh, well, I'm glad Justin Fields is a Bear. Certain people are like, well, he's not saying anything, and it didn't fit their agenda. And it's funny because now, what's really funny? You're gonna love this. What's really funny is this. You got people. I love the audacity. And I said yesterday, and the audacity of some of these pro-Caleb people. Okay? Like, I believe that's the group that's divided us. That's the group that has divided us. Because, you're going in, your ability, you could say you like Caleb. You could say, I feel from what I've seen in my analysis or whatever, that Caleb Williams would be a better prospect. Don't say he will be. You don't know. He could be. I believe he'll be a better prospect. You can say that. But don't trash Justin Fields. We're all Bears fans here. And for you to say, first of all, that what the guy has been put through. Secondly, the way he's handled it with class. Third, the guy's a phenomenal football player. Fourth, he's voted in the top 100 players by the players. And he has shortcomings. He does. He does. Everyone does. But this is where coaching matters. But to trash and talk shit about your starting quarterback, we're allegedly Bear fans. Allegedly. And for people to say, oh, he's a bum, he's this, he's that, you would swear he's kicking puppies. That's where the issue, I think, comes in. I think a whole bunch of us are pissy about that, about the arrogance that you have. Well, Caleb's going to do this. Caleb's going to do that. But you don't project it for Justin. Like, don't trash our players. Don't do that. All right, that Jamoke on the radio who went and bought the TV, the jersey with Caleb. Like, really? How disrespectful is that to your quarterback right now? You couldn't even have waited? No, you want to be an ass and say, look what I got. And when they trade the number 1 pick, you can look like a bigger ass than you already do. I told you. That group doesn't know what they're doing. Because if you're Caleb's people, you're looking at what they're doing to Justin. You're looking at Justin sucks. He's a bum. He's this. He can't read defenses. He's crap. He's this. All this negative talk. All this negative talk. And you think his camp's like, man, they're doing that to him. Guess what they're going to do to you if you have a bad game or a couple of bad games? You're next. Is that a place you want to go? You see how they are. Like you could actually force him into not wanting to come to Chicago. Now he can't force his way to Washington because the Bears could trade the number 1 pick to whoever they want. But what I'm saying is, stop being jamokes. Stop being jerks. You know, one of the things that I'm looking forward to is obviously what we do with the first pick. Okay? You know how I feel. I'm pro Justin. Doesn't mean I'm anti-Caleb. I'm pro Justin, and I think that getting the Hall really, really helps this team. I said it on the show that I do with Nomad on a daily basis. You can catch that today at 3 o'clock. You can catch that on my personal Facebook page. Check it out, Shawn Sierra Sports on Facebook. It'll probably be on Sports Zone Chicago's YouTube channel and Roku channel starting next week. We're trying to get that together. Okay. But I was saying, I gave the analogy, and people talk, well, you need. It's funny how one person says something, everyone just runs with it. You need a phenomenal quarterback to win a Super Bowl. I'm like, no, you don't. The Chiefs have one, but no, you don't. I went into, and I mentioned some dynasty quarterbacks that weren't the reason that they won. That weren't, and granted, they're in the Hall of Fame, but they're in the Hall of Fame because of what the team has done. Troy Aikman is the first one. Would anyone go down and say Troy Aikman was a game changer? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. You know why Troy Aikman won those 3 Super Bowls? Eric Williams, Nate Newton. Who's the other guard? Who's the other guard for the Cowboys back in the 90s? Not to mention Leon Lett, Russell Maryland. Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, Jay Novacek, Alvin Harper before he left, Larry Allen. Thank you, Brian. Larry Allen. That's why he won. They were a phenomenal team. And you say, well, there wasn't a quarterback. Oh, yeah, there was a quarterback who was the shit. That was Steve Young. Steve Young and the 49ers were the shit. I don't remember if he was with Bill Walsh or if only with Seifert. I know he was with Seifert, but I don't know if he's only with Seifert. That's how you do it. Look at the depth they had on the offensive and defensive lines. They made Emmett the best running back at the time. The NFL's NFL's rushing leader. Think of it. As I said, look at the defensive line. I mean, they got Charles Haley too. That's where it's won. That's where it's won. And this is why everyone's talking about we need a center. We need to shore that up Because I'm comfortable with Tevin Jenkins. I'm comfortable with a new a free agent center if we get it. I'm comfortable with Nate Davis. And I'm comfortable with Darnell Wright. And I'm pretty comfortable with Braxton Jones. So we have a decent offensive line. Just need some continuity. We talked about Terry Bradshaw, and I was like, well, that was the 70s. Football is different. It's still blocking and tackling, and let me tell you, you still had generational quarterbacks back then, and Terry Bradshaw wasn't one of them. So you mean to tell me that you can't get another, you don't think there's another football team in the world that can win with a dominant defense and an average quarterback? And I don't think Justin's an average quarterback. But the line is where we need. And you know what? I want first and second rounders on that offensive line. Sorry, Braxton Jones, you did well. You be our swing tackle. We got this dude in the first round. This dude in the second round. I'm not going to apologize for upgrading. If you think, well, you should apologize for upgrading for Caleb. I don't think that's an upgrade. I think that, see, here's my thing for when James, what's up, Papa? How are you? Thank you for tuning in. What do you mean they treated for him? Oh, they traded for him when he was there. Yeah, that's right, because he sat behind Joe for 2 years, 3 years. He sat behind Joe. Yeah, that's right. Yes, you're right. Oh, we know this. If Peyton or Barry Sanders ran behind the Dallas offensive line, that NFL rushing title would be untouched. It might be untouchable now, just because of the way that the running back has been devalued. But if Peyton or, God forbid, Sanders ran behind that, come on, man. Come on, man. That would be insane. And it's nothing. I'm not taking anything away from Emmett. You just happen to have the best offensive line in the league. That helped a lot. So what Poles is saying, hey, I need it to the point where the backup, who's going to be Tyson Bagent and whoever they draft, because they're most likely going to draft another quarterback, if Justin goes down, they can step in and they still have a great team around them. That's the way it seems. That's the way it seems Poles is building this thing. They'll have depth. They'll have talent in that depth. I insinuated it, but I didn't state it, so I had to state it. And I just don't think that it's a good fit for Caleb because this is Justin's team. All things are not a great fit. You can sit there and say, let me give you an example. Yes, Cornelius? Yes. Yes, he was. Emmitt Smith was always in the secondary before he got touched. Yeah. Let me give you this analogy. Say you got the best running back coming out of college. He's 185, 190 pounds, maybe. All right. Kind of a scat back. A lot of outside zone. He played on turf. But he is literally hands down the best running back in college. Wins the Heisman. Okay. Doesn't mean he'd be a good fit for a team. Doesn't mean he'd be a good fit for Chicago or Green Bay or Cleveland or some team that plays up north in the snow, in the winter, in the elements. Where his shiftiness, his quickness would be a liability. It'd be better to have a slower, not slow, but slower, but sure-footed back, a heavier back. It doesn't mean that the other guy isn't good. It just means it's not the right fit. He needs to go to a team that has a dome or that plays in the South in warm weather all their home games. And this is what I'm saying with Caleb. I don't think it's going to be the right fit. I'm not taking away from his talents. The young man is he's uberly talented. All right. From the quickness of the release to his scrambling ability to his propensity to keep his eyes downfield when flush from the pocket. He scrambles to throw as opposed to scrambles to run. There's a lot there that I like. And I think and I hope he'll be a great quarterback. Just not the fit here. I don't believe. And fit is everything. We talk about fit and scheme. Your fit, your scheme, your coaches. We talk about that being so important for players. You know, if you run a zone blocking scheme, you're not going to want to draft linemen who played in a power concept in college or not. So it's just not a good fit. What are you guys thinking for wide receivers? Do you have to have Marvin Harrison Jr.? Is that a must? Or are you okay with trading or if you trade that pick away, come down maybe 5 or 6 spot where you'll most likely will lose out on Marvin Harrison Jr.? Are you okay with going with someone else if the Bears don't get Marvin Harrison Jr. because they got more draft capital just to trade back? Are you okay with it? And if you are, who do you like? Who do you like? Do you like Malik Neighbors out of LSU? Do you like Romeo Dunze out of Washington? Do you like Xavier Leggett out of South Carolina? Who do you like? If we can't get Marvin Harrison Jr. because we have the 6th team, the team in the 6th slot wants to come up with the Giants, whoever. They want to come up and make a trade. They give you a haul. Remember, the further back you come from, the more of a haul you got to give us. Brian Thomas, where's he from? I heard the name, I just don't remember it. Where's Brian Thomas Jr. from? Put it in the chat. Let me know. You know, I've already stated that I think I'm pro Justin. But I also stated that I'm pro Bears as well. And whatever happens, I trust Ryan Poles. Oh, okay. Thomas is at LSU as well. I trust Ryan Poles. I said I trust Ryan Poles until I can't trust him anymore. And to this point, I still trust him. And if he decides that he wants to go off, grab the kid out of SC, okay, fine. Doesn't mean I'm gonna stop rooting for my Bears. I'll keep an eye on Justin Fields, see where he's at. But how many of the people on the other side of the fence can say the same if he stays with Justin? Because we know what they're going to do. We know they're going to start spewing their vitriol at Poles. Oh, you need to be fired. It's malpractice. It's this. It's that. Because they don't get their way. So I got people saying Malik Neighbors, Odunze, and Brian Thomas. What about Xavier Leggett, kid out of South Kakalaka, South Carolina? You know, because I just want a baller. I want a baller. I want a guy who doesn't give a damn that DJ Moore's on the other side. That's the kind of guy I want. I'm tired of this, like Patrick Williams and the Bulls. Oh, I'll defer to you, DeMar and Zach and Vooch. When you got skills of your own. I want a wide receiver to throw me the damn ball. I'll catch it. They're going to be sliding over. They're going to be double teaming DJ Moore. I got you. That's what I want to see. That's the receiver I want. I just hope it happens to be in a 6'3", 210, 220-pound frame with a 38-inch vertical and a 7-foot wingspan. J2K Walter Jericho, good morning, Papa. It's an interesting stat for Odunze. He's got an incredible contested catch percentage, but he doesn't create separation. Some point to his contested catch percentage is evidence he'll be good, but the tape tells a different story. Well, that's why he makes so many catches that are contested, because he can't create separation. And there's a thing to be said for guys who get it done regardless. There's a thing to be said for that. And I get it. You're moving up in class to the DBs. These are the best DBs you'll ever see in the rest of your life. Can you do it at the next level? Because there's a lot of great receivers who haven't been able to do it at the next level. Brian, you don't like it. You said Legette's a one-year guy. Okay. What about slot? We can't have all big receivers. Give me a slot guy. Give me a guy who is shifty, shaky, and fast. Really fast. Cause you some problems fast. Like you missed a tackle. Like, oh, shit. Rally, rally, rally. Rally to the ball, because you know that dude's up. Luke McCaffrey. Okay, there's one. Anyone else have a slot guy, slot receiver? Christian McCaffrey's brother. Because these are guys that I want. We need to fill out that role. And Tyler Scott, here's another chance for you, big dog. Here's a chance for you, Tyler Scott, to get back in good graces. You got a clean slate. Roman Wilson, yes. That's the kid out of Michigan? The kid out of Michigan, J2K? I want to say that is. But yeah. He's a tough son of a bitch. He's tough. Malachi Corley, yes. He's another dude, yes. Yes. Yeah. Give me a legit slot person. And it doesn't mean he has to stay there. You can put him outside and have DJ Moore motion into the slot. Trust me. It doesn't matter. It's not going to happen all the time. But yeah, this is what we need. We talked about this before, but I don't remember some of the names. If I bring up tight end, who do we have? I know we got everyone knows Brock Bowers. But there's some other guys. One of the guys, Sanchez, he comes up. I'm trying to get him over here. Come over here. He's always joins the show with me and Nomad in the afternoon. He said Baylor Cup is the tight end. I forgot. Oh, shoot. I forgot where he's from. 6'6", 260. Forgot where he said he's from. Cade Stover. Ben Sinnott. Yeah, we definitely need. Remember, has Javon Baker and Corey as wide receiver with DJ. Yeah, we definitely need a tight end because we're going to be running. There are going to be multiple formations. There's going to be a lot of motion. So definitely need a tight end. What about edge rusher? See, I'm a little concerned, and here's why. I want Daniil Hunter. But I get it. He's 30. It's going to cost a pretty penny. And are the Bears one defensive end away from the Super Bowl? Are they? That's why I'm a little concerned. Because the Bears are not one defensive end away from a Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong, you got to pass. You got to rush the passer. You got to move him off his spot, but we're not there yet. We're not there. Because, see, I don't know if I would take a tight end at 9. I don't know. I want to. I really do. If Brock Bowers is there, man, yes. Or do you trade back from 9? Because you could trade back. You could listen. The Bears have 5 draft picks this year, 5 or 6. You trade from 1 to 2 to Washington. You get a haul. And then you trade 2 back to 4 or 5. Whoever's down there who wants a quarterback. Think of the haul you get. You'll probably pick up a second this year. Man, you might have 2 or 3 second-round picks after starting it with none. With none. None ya. None ya. This is why I want the haul. I want to address all these issues, as many as I can in one swoop. As many as I can. And if I can get stuff through the draft and not have to pay free agents, or if I can pay middle tier free agents, $4 million, $5 million a year for DN. Okay. Yeah, I'm cool with it. We talked the other day. Who was it? Oh, goodness. I lost my train of thought. I want to say we talked the other day about the tight ends, and yeah, I lost my train of thought. Son of a biscuit. God blessed. Yeah, I see Brian, AJ Espinoza, and Huff. Yes. AJ Espinoza played with the defensive coordinator, Washington, I want to say. We talk about marrying players and coaches as one, I believe. AJ Espinoza seems is a name that keeps popping up. Yeah, I don't think that he's going to call. I think Danielle Hunter's going to be a lot more. He's had a lot more production the last 5 or 6 seasons consecutively, and he's going to cost more in free agency. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know a lot about a lot, but Danielle Hunter, he's got, 87 and a half sacks? Junior. Welcome to getting old and getting senile. Hey, it happens. Yeah, Hunter's old. He's 30, but you give him a 3-year deal. You get him a 3-year deal, 30, 31. Cut him after that. Trade him after that. You know, we did the Roquan and the Bobby Quinn and the Khalil Mack. We could do the Danielle Hunter. We can do Danielle Hunter if he doesn't work out after 2 seasons. Yeah, things are going to get interesting. You know, now. Oh, okay. You said Hunter will cost the same as both AJ and Huff combined. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, B, I agree. And Poles ain't doing that. You saw what he did with the linebackers, Tremaine Edmonds and DJ Edwards. He got them for about $3 to $5 million more than Roquan's contract by itself. So Danielle Hunter is most likely out. Most likely we're out of the Danielle Hunter sweepstakes. Is what I'm assuming. AJ Espinoza. Again, we're not one defensive end away from the Super Bowl. We're not. We can use the help rushing the passer, but you can get that from a rookie. We'll see. We will see. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Man, guys, 2 hours is come and gone. Man, what a great time a great day. Had a great chance to talk with you guys and the interaction back and forth. I love it. I freaking love it. All right, this debate is going to rage on until Ryan Poles says he's traded the number one pick, or until we have to wait till draft day and say, hey, he traded the number one pick, or we're keeping it and taking Caleb. This conversation is going to be crazy until then. Just not trying to let the people who are on the other side of the fence sway you in any way. Don't let them do it. But guys, have a phenomenal weekend. Is it supposed to rain? See something. Let's see. Oh, 85% chance of snow. 29 degrees tomorrow, 29 degrees, 43 degrees on Sunday. So any snow we get is going to melt immediately. 43 Sunday, 47 Monday, 53 Tuesday, 58 Wednesday. Yeah, snow's going to last for like an hour. But have a good weekend, folks. It is President's Day weekend, so if you're off, enjoy it. If you're not, sorry. Sorry. But we'll be back. We'll be back. I don't know if I'm doing the show Monday. I'm not positive. I'll let you know. Make sure you follow me on Sports Zone Chicago. Shawn Sierra on Facebook, Sports Zone Chicago, all my personal pages at the Shawn Sierra. Do me a favor. Hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm trying to maneuver and do some things, but I need to get up over 1,000, and it's easier for me to maneuver at that particular point. Then we'll go for 2,000, and we'll go for 4,000, and we'll go for 5,000. We'll get it. Okay. All right. So for everyone in the chat, thank you, sports owners. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love and the support that you guys give me every show. And from everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, our executive producer, Elliot Baez, social media guy, Clarence Council III, and my co-host, in absentia, Maya Kai. Guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. You have Second City Sports coming up today at 12:15 with Lakina McGee and Sydney Brown here on Sports Zone Chicago. And then I'll be on the Nomad Network at 3 o'clock. All right, with Nomad. We're still trying to get a new name for the show and a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. We're branding it. So it'll be on Sports Zone Chicago soon. Okay. So that's it. That's tonight. The Smoke Fellas tomorrow at 11 a.m. to 1. Get it in on the weekends. So cool. So listen, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Spend time with your families, with your loved ones. Take them out, go to dinner, do something. All right, take them to the park. Whatever you got, let's do it. All right. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, about to have a good weekend. Yes, I am, doctor. Yes, I am. Hope you do too. Guys, you have a great one. Your boy, SuperBack, I am. Oh, real quick. Pretty soon you'll be able to order some Coaching Matters t-shirts with the Sports Zone Chicago logo on it. I have a couple other ideas as well. So you'll be able to get some shirts, some Sports Zone Chicago swag coming up very, very, very shortly. By the end of March for sure, but probably in a couple weeks. All right. All right, folks. And your boy, the SuperBack. I'm out.